Hello, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to the Gift Card Only Challenge. If you're enjoying the challenge, don't forget to like and subscribe. This week's races are tricky, as I'm not a fan of race A or C, and we only have one Group 3 car, which is the Audi R8 LMS. This is a car we've gained from the gifts as we've gone through this challenge so far. So that left us just with the Red Bull ring, in a car that I wouldn't say is quick for the race, but we decided to stick with it and see what happens. Now for the first race we managed to set a time of a 1:31.737. Not the best, but I was still getting used to the car. It's not a car I've used that much, so we were still trying to use the car. It starts as in 13th. You can see everyone else is in faster, better cars, the Vantage, the RCZ, and we are still getting used to this car. We only had a couple of laps practice before the race, and you can see by the mileage we've achieved in the car so far. Starting this low down as well puts us at a massive disadvantage, as we will start on the last corner, which gives us a very slow start. The advantage to that is hopefully it'll keep us out of trouble at the first corner. We shall see. And starting that car back does keep us out of trouble. We take the first nicely. Still maintaining position, we're still in 13th. Chasing down a pack of cars ahead of us. Now if you've watched the previous video we did, we were quite aggressive into this turn. This time we weren't, but it all goes wrong at turn 2 as we light up the rears, spin the car, and then hit into the barrier. Can't quite find reverse, managed slowly to get there. We are now a long way back. We're going to join again on lap 3. Gained 3 positions, mainly due to other people going off, as we're now back up to 13th, which is where we started. Yellow flag ahead. This time we make a massive mistake, too much power, not enough braking, and we spin once more. Now, as I said before, this is a car we're not used to. Although I don't want to make excuses for us, but we're still learning the car. But as we cross the line, we're going to finish one place up on start. We're going to finish in 12th. Not the best first race, but I've learned a lot about the car in this time. And confirmation of the 12th place. So it's a one place gain, so we should be fairly happy, and we had a 12 on the side of the car. But just mistakes from myself. Too much throttle, not enough braking. So for the next race, we adjusted the brake balance and improved our time to a 1:30.443, which incredibly starts us in 2nd place. Now, pleasantly surprised by this, wasn't expecting it. We won't be starting on the corner this time, and we've got a chance to actually battle. Hopefully we don't make the mistakes from the first race. And off we go. So we've got to try and be careful from cars dive bombing into the first corner. It's not a bad start. I'm always bad in the first corner. Not looking to make a move there, just trying to brake nicely. And we've got a car chasing us down on the outside there. That's first slows up. And he's going to get past us. We're going to drop down 1 position. 2nd corner. Just trying to play it safe. There is a car looking up the inside. We've noticed that on the radar. Not too bad so far. Coming up to turn 3. And first Joseph gives Kesper a little tap there, puts him on the gravel. We're trying to take advantage here. Kind of get closed off by both of them. We gave a little tap to first Joseph there as we were trying to get a position that we could, if we could. Little tap to Kesper as we hit the corner. He braked a lot more than I was expecting. And then we're going to slow it down here. Kesper forces first Joseph on the gravel. He spins across the track. And as we're trying to take the corner, we were aware of him there, but I thought he would just get put back on track. Instead, he rejoins straight into us as we're trying to take the corner. Puts us onto the gravel. Got to try and rejoin now safely without hitting anyone else, but also trying to lose too many positions. It's going to put us back on track. We're now in 8th. And what makes this slightly worse is we get a 1 second penalty for his rejoin. Now, I'm massively impressed with the new penalty system, but it is an issue on rejoins. There wasn't much we could do there, that we couldn't get out of the way. But we're just got to keep it as it is. What can we do? We're just going to take the penalty. So we're going to finish the first lap 8th place. It should have been so much more. We're going to rejoin on lap 3. There's 3 cars ahead of us serving penalties. Can we gain any positions? No, we can't. We weren't quite close enough to take advantage of their penalties. Bob has got, I would say, some questionable driving there as we take the corner. And he's going to just touch us in the rear a couple of times here. I'm not sure if he's trying to spin us off or not, or is he just trying to get his position. Takes that very late. It slows us down. We're still trying to chase him down though. Keeping nicely behind him. He gets a lot onto the grass here. He's going to spin across to hit us. He got all out of sorts from the grass. We managed to get the position. And we're now up to 7th. Remember, we started in 2nd. 7th isn't fantastic, but after the issues we had on the first lap, it's a decent fight back. Luckily no penalties for the Bob incident. And we're going to go to the end of the race. Here we are. We've gained an extra position in 6th. We're going to cross the line. We've also gained the fastest lap at the same time. And we're going to finish in 6th place. So I feel it was a very good comeback drive after the first corner, the first lap incidents. I feel we did well. Kesper wins it, kind of expected after how that went. First Josa, who span into us, he finishes a place above us. A little bit disappointed, I suppose, but a decent result. In a car that I don't class as being amongst the leaders for this track. So that's something at least. And we gained the fastest lap out of the race. So it shows we have good pace. Now, onto the gift car. And the car will be it is the Dodge Viper SRT10 Coupe. It's an N500 car. And there's its stats. So the following day, our next race, we're the same lap time as we previously did. Haven't improved. And this time we are going to start in 3rd place. So no one from yesterday doesn't seem in the same lobby. Different day, the lobby's going to change quite a bit. Weirdly, 5th place is saying starting in the pits. I don't think they are. I think it's just where they position them at the start point. It seems a bit weird to be starting in the pits. They must be in the pit lane area. Did confuse me to start with though. So 3rd place, what can we achieve here? Can we get a podium finish this time? Off we go. Decent start. Good on the accelerator. First corner. That's where it's all going to count. I've got a bad habit of braking too early just on the first lap of the first corner of every race. I think I'm getting it down better now. The car gets a little bit sideways on exit, but we're not too bad. Balak and Ollie ahead of us. Got a decent gap forming to the car behind. We can keep ahead of him. Perfect. We take the corner a little bit deep, but we get away nicely. Ollie gets a little bit of his back end going, and he gets a penalty. Now I'm not sure what he got the penalty for. Didn't see anything, and I watched this back a couple of times and didn't see any reason for him to get that penalty. But it does help us because it means if we can keep on the back of him in the penalty zone, we should gain the position. The gap is getting bigger to the car in fourth now. That helps us a lot. Despite his penalty, Ollie is trying to chase down Balak quite a bit here, but his penalty is going to help us. There we go. I'm not sure what he got it for. I could not see anything in the replays. We're now in second. Brilliant position to finish the first lap in. Trying to chase down Balak. Got a little bit out sorts in the last corner. Lost a little bit of time there. And we're going to go to the end of the race now. As you can see, we are still in second place, just behind Balak, and despite our best efforts, we were matching him lap for lap, and we just couldn't get close enough to make a move. It was frustrating at best, but we settled for second. A decent podium finish at least. And amazingly, he was in the same car as we were. Now I wasn't expecting that, I hadn't noticed that before the race. So maybe this car isn't as bad as I first thought. Confirmation of second place. Door number on the doors, 15, so good result. And we raised the position come finish, so very good result. Some of these races weren't that exciting. I was expecting Red Bull can be very exciting racing. Some say dirty, some say exciting. We managed to improve our lap time for the next race to 1.30.361. Good enough for 5th place. So a small improvement. At 5th place, we've obviously raised the DR, so it is a case of now getting used to new drivers once more. Now the first corner, I'm going to try and be a bit more aggressive. I think I feel I'm losing positions and time in the first corner on the first lap because I'm too defensive, taking it too easy. So I'm going to try and be a bit more aggressive. So here we go, first corner. Very aggressive, trying to take the position. Digital takes it wide. And he actually gets a penalty for going too far. We get a penalty for the car from the first corner that turned in on us. And we're going to fast forward to the end. Nothing else happened. It was one of those boring races where nothing else happened. We've gained the position back. We're up to 4th. It was one of those races, I watched it back and thought, how much do we show off this? And other than a car going off, a penalty, we didn't lose any positions. A car went off, we gained 4th. And that was around it. It does seem pointless to show our race that didn't really have much highlights to it. And you're going to get those races sometimes. But a 4th place is definitely a good result. We started in 5th, so it's still a place up. Plus we're 8 on the car, even better. So the gift card this time was Ford Mustang Group 4. Now, not a car I've used a massive amount. in Group 4 races, but something that could help us with the dailies later on, hopefully. And there's its stats. But it's a new car, so we'll take that. Next, we improved our time to a 1:29.985, under the 1:30 mark. Massive achievement, I felt, for this car. And now we just need to turn into something decent. It's a 5th place start. And my plan was this time to be a bit more aggressive. Like I say, I feel we're a bit too passive at times. We let cars go, we know they're quicker, we give space where we can. There are times I feel we should be a bit more aggressive. But fairly at the same time. Now we seem to get a better start than 4th. 4th seems to get very slow away there. He's a little bit all over the place defending the first corner. We get it all wrong and we're going to lose a position. He braked ahead of us. I had to brake to not hit him too much because of it. The car overtook us, but it's a penalty. I can only assume contact to us, or he cut the inside a little bit. Looking very aggressive. We're going to get a really good run into the second corner, but we do hit the German. It wasn't intentional. We tried to take it tight and just got into the side of him as he turned in. We get a penalty, which is unfortunate. I had this on my other account, my main account, away from this challenge, being aggressive into that corner, and it doesn't always pay off, and that was the case. It didn't. The problem is I didn't want to brake behind the other two because I had a feeling they were going to go into me. The German is trying to get back at us here. That's twice now I've had a little bump from behind from him. I feel he's not happy about how we took the second corner. Looking up the inside, he's going to force us a little bit. Little nudges into us. We're going to take the penalty. I don't know why he was being aggressive like that. We're taking the penalty. We're going to drop back. We get a little bit out of sorts in the corner. One car goes really wide. But we are going to cross the line for the end of the first lap. In the 5th place. On to lap 2 now. Lap 3, sorry. Still in 5th, we're chasing down the German who previously had a little nibble at us. We're going to be aggressive again in the turn 2. This time again he turns into us. But we were further along into the corner. We make the move stick. We're praying we don't get a penalty for that. And we don't. Perfect, we're now up to 4th. And there's a lot of squabbling ahead, so there is a chance here. 1st, 2nd and 3rd are just ahead of us. If they keep squabbling, we've got a massive chance here. And there's penalties. Penalties ahead. That will only help us. So if we've got to get closer. I don't know if we're going to really be able to take advantage of these penalties. We need to try. It looks like there's 2 of them with penalties. And there is 2. Perfect. And somehow we're into 2nd. Not sure how we've managed to do this, but we are. But we lose the car and we go off. I've never lost the car there before. I've never had that happen, but somehow I managed to lift the back end. Got off track and just couldn't correct myself. We're going to lose positions, drop us down to 8th. And then as we finish the race, we've gained 1 position, the car went off. And we've gained 1 position, back to 7th. Poor race. We were so close to another podium, but we messed it up. Lack of grip on the tyres, taking the second to last corner badly, it all added up, unfortunately. But 7th is still better than nothing. It just wasn't what we wanted. .14th on the car, 7th place finish. It's still something to be happy with. I just feel disappointed in myself for what happened. On to the last race. and we didn't improve our qualifying time. I feel like I've kind of hit that wall where I can't find any more pace out of the car. Then it may be there, I just can't find it at the minute. And we are going to start in 4th place. Two Hurricanes ahead and a V12 Vantage as well. What can we achieve here? 4th place is an amazing start. It means we're starting on the straight, which means a better run into turn 1. Can we get another podium? Decent enough start, quickly on the accelerator. Got to not be as passive in the turn 1. We've got a car gaining rapidly behind. And as we brake for turn 1, we're going to lose position to Dan. There's a car on our outside as well, aware of him. Lost 2 positions now at turn 1. I'm surprised Red Car didn't get a penalty. He went very wide at turn 1. And he overtook us off track. But at turn 2, all hell breaks loose here. Everyone is hitting everyone, spinning out. We managed to keep our control and our composure. And we're going to come out of it in 4th place with penalties for the cars ahead. That will only help us. I'm not sure how we avoided trouble there. I really felt we were very lucky to get away with it. But 2nd and 3rd, both with penalties. We need to get closer to really take advantage of these. I'm about the 7. Don't know if we're close enough to really gain. It's going to be close, I think. If not, it'll bring them close to us at least. Past 3rd. 2nd is still there. I've got to allow him space. He's coming. He took that very, very tight though. We've gained the position into 2nd. We're going to finish the end of 1st lap. I don't know how we've done it, but into 2nd place. We've managed to keep ourselves out of trouble. Especially on dropping down to 7th after turn 1. And as we finished the race, we tried our best to catch Camp. We just couldn't quite do it. And we're going to settle 2nd place and another podium at least. Camp was just too quick. I couldn't get close to him. Couldn't really be, and he was driving perfectly. Confirmation for 2nd place. Up 2 positions from start. Very, very happy. And the gift car, the important factor of all of this, for the last race of today, was the Geddy FUGU ZN300. Funny looking car, I must admit. Not one that I plan on using, but it's there. Thank you all very much for watching. Let us know in the comments whether we're going to keep the red or the white Yaris that we got a duplicate of. So far so good. Not too worried about race results, it's more about the gift cards and filling up our garage. Hopefully see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.